Need to control that to get it just about the right amount that you want. That's not bad. Now if you've got any hard edges there you're not liking, it's very easy to fix this. It's just a simple matter of going in and selecting the edge of the geometry where you've got these edges and adjusting these. Now in this particular case it's the actual inner part of the eye where this edge is rather hard in there, and we can just eliminate this in two ways. Well, first of all, we can just move the edges in slightly, and the second thing is we've got specularity on this material at the moment, so we're going to select this inner layer material and take the specularity off, so we don't need none at all on there, and you can see that's instantly fixed that problem there. Now, like we did, we adjusted the reflection amount. We can do exactly the same thing as what we do for the actual subsurface scattering amount, and you can see here that it's not doing a bad job already. Let's just turn this off to see. That's without subsurface scattering, and that's with. So it's not doing a bad job. So we're going to go to the material for this and go to our trans material layer, and this is where we can set a nice subsurface scattering colour up. So we can go for a bluey tint maybe. Go a little bit more heavier, I think. That's not bad. I'm just going to adjust the subsurface scattering distance a little bit, and the front weighting I normally take down like that. So there we go, we've got an eyeball made. Pretty simple. And remember that we can always go back into Photoshop, adjust some of our layers that we've saved out so that we can get a certain bit more depth in certain colours. So it's easy for us to be able to do that. Now what I'm going to finally just finish this tutorial on just going for a render. So let's just go to the render area, and we're going to go to global illumination. We'll enable that. And I'll take this ambient intensity down a little bit. And with global illumination enabled like we've got, I'm just going to go to this directional light. I'm just going to take the radiance level down. Allow our other map to do the job there. I'm going to adjust the gamma ever so slightly. And I'm going to adjust the specularity a little bit as well. And specularity is obviously on the outer part. Make it a little bit more stronger there. And maybe adjust that reflection level just a little bit now that we can see it working. We just go for a quick render. And of course with any of these type of projects, it's just a matter of tweaking and going back and setting it up exactly how you want it. For me, I will be going back and changing the gamma on the red, or this pinky area here, And I would also go back into Photoshop and create a bump map to create a slight bump on the outer shell. So I'm going to finish this tutorial off by just making our final map, which is going to be a bump map. And for this I'm going to be using my eye texture map that I saved earlier as a PSD layered file. So there it is there. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be just protecting the actual area that we've got here. So I'm going to turn off, I'm just going to merge down these other layers, just turn off this layer here. So we've just got the vein layer and we haven't got the background, and you can see instantly why I've actually saved all these layers individually, because it means we can go back and use these layers. So I'm going to create a brand new layer to have just underneath this, and this new layer is going to be a nice black. We're going to fill this in black, and then we're going to just drag this layer under each layer until we get the layer that we want to coming through. Just see there. So now we've got all these individual layers here, which is really nice. So you can see as we turn these layers off that these are the different vein layers that I saved, and this would be a good time to maybe work with these particular layers that we've got, so we can maybe enhance some of these. But as it so happens, I think that they're fine, so I'm going to select these three layers and just merge these down. We're going to merge the layers, and then we're going to turn these layers that we've currently got there into a completely different colour. Obviously we want it to be white. So to do this, we simply go to Images, and we go to Adjustment, and we click on Desaturate. You can see what it's done there. Now what we can do is we can just work with the levels of this. So we go Image, Adjustment and Curves, and we can just work on how bright we want these. We want these to stand out quite nicely there. That's great. And then we can save this out as a bump map.